Finally, Im-sol and Seung-jae confirm each other's feelings. However, the culprit, who has been watching Im-sol, saw Seung-jae come to her house and decided to follow him. Not knowing the person, Seung-jae opens up the door for the culprit, and it leads him to his demise. With this, Seung-jae's fate is changed because before Im-sol returns to the past, the one who called him is his CEO, and the cause of his death is now different. Seeing the news of Seung-jae shocks Im-sol as she thinks all this happened because of her. Im-sol has made up her mind to change Seung-jae's fate again, and decides to find Seung-jae's watch, so she goes to Seung-jae's house. She doesn't have the watch because when she returns this time, her fate is changed, and she wasn't Seung-jae's fan. However, Im-sol was able to get Seung-jae's watch from the auction before, which means she won't be able to find his watch at his house. So Im-sol needs to find a person who bought Seung-jae's watch. But there is a chance this fan is the one who bought it, seeing how she had this camera. After getting the watch, Im-sol decides to return to the past. She returns to 2009 during her university time. Yeonju wakes her up because they can't be late for their MT trip. During the trip, Im-sol plans to avoid Seung-jae, who also went to the same university as her. She decides to avoid Seung-jae so that he doesn't get tangled with her, hoping that the culprit won't go after Seung-jae in the future. But it looks like Seung-jae realizes that Im-sol is now acting differently from last time, as she was scared to see Seung-jae because he reminded her of that accident. At night, Im-sol tries to avoid the drinking game, but can't because the seniors caught her. So she joins the drinking game, and it looks like she will lose the game and get punished, as she appears drunk with her red cheeks. Alone, she thinks that she won't be able to be there until the end of spring. Meanwhile, while looking for Im-sol, Yeonju sees Im-gum alone and crying over his breakup, making Yeonju see the opportunity to be in a relationship with Im-gum. It looks like Yeonju and Im-gum are dating during their university time. That's why Yeonju questions her decision to rush into marrying him before she got a job. The Montana trip is over, and Im-sol and Seung-jae will return to their daily schedules. While walking, without seeing what's in front of her, Im-sol trips, but Seung-jae, who is near her, quickly helps her, surprising Im-sol and making her like Seung-jae even more. She will thank Seung-jae for helping her and quickly leave because she needs to avoid him. Even when they return after their studies, Im-sol quickly hides when she sees Seung-jae. At home, Im-sol is determined that she needs to change Seung-jae's fate because it is her third time returning to the past, and she won't get another chance. Since their houses are just opposite each other, Seung-jae will realize how Im-sol keeps avoiding him and waits for him to reach his house first. So when he sees Im-sol, he will tell her not to do that since the weather is cold, and try to make her warm by putting his hand on her cheeks. However, it seems Im-sol will be cold towards Seung-jae as she remembers what might happen to her. She recalls her dream involving Seung-jae helping her from the culprit in 2009. That's why when she returns to the future, the culprit was arrested 14 years ago and not 15 years ago. It seems she will tell Seung-jae how she is coming from a different time, which makes Seung-jae ask her if she really is coming from the future. Even though Im-sol says that, it is hard for Seung-jae to believe her, and he still decides to keep being with Im-sol. Like what has happened, the same thing will definitely happen. As Seung-jae is trying to reach for Im-sol, he will be able to find that Im-sol is in danger and save her again this time. However, in the past, the culprit is not afraid to face Seung-jae and throws him out of the window. This time could be different as Tae-sung's father is already involved in Im-sol's accident. So he asks the other police to investigate the car key that Im-sol took from the culprit. Even though Im-sol loses consciousness when they find her, she is still able to remember the accident. Consequently, she tells Tae-sung's father about what happened to her. While investigating Kim Young-soo, they will also visit the place where Im-sol and Seung-jae were. With the police, they will be able to save Im-sol and Seung-jae and catch the culprit. However, unlike what happened, it seems the culprit will be in lifetime prison this time because the police are already investigating him and find out how the previous case is related to him. In the future, it seems he had been imprisoned in 2009 for murder due to this case in 2008, and the police haven't found out that he was related to Im Sol's case. Meanwhile, finally Seung appears in 2023, where before this no one seems to know about his news, which means Seung's future has changed because Im Sol kept telling him not to have regret and to be a good student. Stay tuned for the next episode where Im Sol is desperately trying to avoid Seung Jae so he doesn't get entangled with her, while Seung Jae still cares about her. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next video.